Hello, SDR Life family. This is your co-host, Andy Chen, coming back with you with another tactical episode on how you can overexceed your quota through leveraging more creative and tactical outbound strategies. Your success is our success, so let's get started. Today, I'll be covering how I achieved 114% quota through a creative outbound campaign I like to call reverse prospecting. Before I dive into the meat and potatoes of the strategy, let me give you a little bit of background so that you can understand how applicable this strategy is to you and how you should apply it. I'm currently the SDR team lead for overlooking 15 other SDRs, including me, with 2 other team leads. Our territory includes everything underneath the sun. If you're a B2B company that has a sales, marketing, or sales operations team, hit me up if you need data. Are we inbound or outbound? We're outbound only. And the quota that I had for my first month is we were expected to create $35,000 of ACV accepted pipeline by the end of the month. And some of the personas that we went after includes SDR manager, sales director, director of sales, demand generation, decision makers, marketing decision makers, sales marketing operations, etc. The full suite, you name it, we got it. The best quarter that I've ever had was in Q1 of 2020. I achieved 324% quota attainment, thinking that I'd have all this money and power after hitting this number to go and enjoy the fruits of my labor in 2020. But look where that got us. Shout out COVID. So, with a little bit of background, let me dive into the situation at hand. A lot of times I see my mentors going through the same issues, that it's difficult to begin my mentees going through the same issues, and that it's difficult to begin building your book of pipeline through ramp. The first 3 to 4 weeks involves you trying to understand the tool, understanding the value, figuring out which companies to go after, as well as which titles that you want to begin your outreach with. On top of that, the average duration of the sequence is around 21 days. And to supplement that stat, 2019 Sales Development Benchmark Report released by Topo stated that it takes around 20 to 25 outbound touches for you on average to convert a prospect into agreeing into a meeting. So that said, 21 days sequence over 20 to 25 touches on average in 1 month, which means 20 to 25 working days, is essentially almost impossible. So I had to get thinking quick, how can I generate some pipeline and not go through the standard sequence, duration, touches, etc. What I came up with was something that I like to call the reverse prospecting strategy. And I'll give you a live example right after this information, but here's the context here. I was thinking in my first month, I'm an SDR. Every other organization has SDRs targeting decision makers within my company. Same thing I'm doing to theirs. Why don't I leverage the fact that we have a common ground here and try to get meetings that way? So here's the situation. I've already built my first month at InsideView. I built a great relationship with the marketing manager, with the IT manager as well, through happy hours, through just getting to meet my colleagues on the same floor. And you might ask yourself, this is different. How can you do that now? I recommend and advise you to set meetings, virtual coffee chats in the middle of the day so that you can better understand, build your brand, etc. That said, I asked them for help. I should have went up to them and asked, hey, Mr. IT manager, I know we built a great relationship. I was wondering, I'm at the end of my month. Would you be willing to help me out? I would like, if you could, can you send me and forward me emails from other SDRs that you're interested in taking meetings with? I know we have a current IT initiative to get a tool like this. Could you just send me those outbound emails of other SDRs trying to land a meeting with you? I think there's something at play here that we can leverage. So after they agreed to that, because we built such a great relationship, you want to ghostwrite this email for them so that they can just send this out to the SDRs that are currently targeting them. And it goes like this. Hi, XYZ. I'll tell you what, after looking at your company, it looks like we could potentially have use cases for each other's business. In that case, let's arrange a meeting swap. I will meet with you if you can get one of your sales ops leaders in your company to have a meeting with one of my sales reps. How does that sound? And as I'm kind of going through this, I realize it's easier for me because I have a bigger total addressable market, since most people, most companies that have an SDR that is doing outreach will have a sales marketing department, etc. But this tactic still applies. You just have to do a little more work on the back end to understand which SDRs are currently reaching out to your decision maker that have been so graceful to help you, and understand which of those SDRs fit in the ICP that is relevant to your current business. That said, let me show you exactly what happened. So, Molly Capel was our marketing manager at the time. I think she was manager of demand generation, etc. I asked for her help. We built a great relationship. I asked her to send and forward me emails by other SDRs that are currently targeting her that she was interested in taking a meeting with. She sent me this one. The company at Splash That with an SDR, Timothy, trying to get her to take a meeting. She told me she would already have taken a meeting with this company. So I asked her if she could send this on my behalf. I'll tell you what, let's arrange a meeting swap, etc. Crazy enough, Timothy responded with, that sounds like a great idea. We are actively hiring for a head of demand generation, so I don't have someone in that role, but I have our BDR SDR team, our SDR manager, who's working with the marketing and RevOps team. He's also interested in taking a meeting with you. So I facilitated that meeting swap. I ended up building that relationship with Splash That, where my account executive agreed that there was an opportunity at play here and accepted that meeting. I did that for 2 other companies before the end of the month hit, and I was able to hit 114% of my quota attainment. And some final wins and outcomes. I was the only SDR to hit my ramp number. I built a great relationship with the IT and marketing team just by having more FaceTime with them, asking for their help. And obviously I sent Molly a nice little gift card from Starbucks for helping me out, for helping me hit my number. And I hit 114 quota in my first month. Started off the month strong and just built my brand really right. So for me, I hope you gained a lot of information from this. I hope this is a tactic that you can leverage. But if you have any questions, put them right down in the comments. Tag me. I'll answer them for you. But on top of that, I have an action item for you. The call to action for you is to start building those relationships with either your marketing managers, your SDR team leads, whoever is a decision maker. You should already be building great relationships with your company so that you can have great brand building, but also just to get better information into what the company does so you can have a better idea of how you can support each other. The second action item is to take action and ask those decision makers for help. Tell them, hey, you would like them to forward those emails that they would already take meetings with for you, and see if you can leverage a relationship there. And on top of that, they'll be willing to help you out, but they're also helping the company out by generating opportunities. On top of that, not only did I give Molly, my marketing manager, and my IT manager a gift card to Starbucks, to Staples, etc., but I also gave them kudos on our HR system so that I could give them a shout out that they're helping the sales team build better opportunities, helping the company with more revenue, etc. I hope you take that into consideration and put in the comments below if it worked for you. Take care. Have a good one.